Evenings in the mountains were so peaceful that I almost forgot my fear of the dark. Until one night, when the children convinced Granny Barkley to tell a ghost story.
And these sin-infected betrayers tried to escape the evil they'd done by coming here. Across the sea from the highlands to our mountains.
But they didn't escape it. Did they?
No. They died horrible, vengeful deaths with the blood of kinfolk on their hands. And their evil spirits still walk these mountains. Why, some nights you can still see their horrible hot breath rising from them graves. And if you dare try and pass by, they'll rise up and grab you. Well, I tell you,
All right.
that holler behind the oak, that's the mouth of hell itself. And even if you get past that gnarled old tree, why, the earth would open up and swallow you whole and drag you down a river of blood.
Spins, good luck, teacher.
Keeps the devil away.
But no devil would ever dare cross Granny Barkley. Her word was gospel.
It's all right, Mountie. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's only a story.
You saying Granny's a liar, teacher?
Of course not. Granny is a wonderful storyteller.
She told my daddy he's putting in a fence wrong time of the moon. Said he'd get a fence wrong, sink in the ground. Sure enough, it did. And Granny knows when it's best to plant.
I'm sure she does.
That's because the moon tells her when it's gonna rain.
I don't really think the moon...
Mustn't be out too late or the haints will get you. Listen. You hear them moaning?
The Great Smokies. When I left my city home to be a school teacher at a backwoods mission, I dreamed of adventure. I wasn't ready for the real challenges of life in these mountains. I'd have given up, if not for the children. I came to Cutter Gap to teach, but they show me every day that I am here to learn.
I'm supposed to be teaching them how to think. How can I do that when they are raised in fear and superstition?
It was just a story.
Yes, but their lives are filled with these stories. And the stories keep them afraid to even learn.
Even the Bible says some things are inexplicable. Like how moonlight can make someone you never thought could be more beautiful even more beautiful.
Well, I may not be able to explain the Bible or moonlight. But I can certainly explain some ghost story. Ruby May, isn't it a bit late for housework?
Oh, no. Besides, there's bean blossom in the air, and that gives you nightmares and evil visions.
You're not scared, are you? All of us here at the mission?
Guess I'm not used to so many sounds at night. Back home, there's nobody. Of course, all that quiet can scare up a person pretty good, too.
How long has it been since your parents went away?
Well, Pa took off hunting just before Ma went to nurse Granny. Must be half a year or more.
Why don't you go get ready for bed? I'll come up and comb out your hair.
You can't comb out hair at night. It makes you forgetful.
I've been doing it my whole life.
Well, it's different for city folk. You don't have to remember all those worrisome things.
That's right, and neither do you.
You forget and your crops don't come in or your house will fall down on top of you.
Sit down. You don't really believe that the moon tells Granny when it's going to rain, do you?
She's always right, ain't she? She told my daddy not to plant taters in the light of the moon, and they all ran to vine.
And that was the moon's doing.
Well, didn't you teach us that the moon makes the sea rise and fall?
Yes, but...
Well, so I don't see why I can't make a simple tater grow.
Look at it. Shh. It's just an owl. You cannot go through your whole life being scared.
A hoot owl screeched like that the day my granny was born, and her life's been nothing but misery ever since. Here, you take this acorn and put it on your window, and it'll protect you.
Thank you. But will you be safe without it?
Oh, I still got me my owl feather.
I thought owls were bad luck.
Not the feathers.
That week, superstition was running rampant all over the cove. Even Miss Alice couldn't escape its influence.
Mr. Pentland, you startled me.
Oh, sorry, Miss Henderson. United States Mail.
Usually I hear that greeting across the cove. Normally they rattle the windows. Mr. Pentland, this letter's for the Allens, and this one is addressed to the Sears and Roebuck Company.
Oh, well, reckon I give the Sears people your recruiting letters for missionaries.
Would that they stopped missionaries.
Mr. Pentland, you left us Miss Alice's letter. Tell Miss Alice about her milk house 5-footed calf?
Reckon I forgot.
But only told you an hour ago.
It is highly unusual for you to leave such vital news undelivered. Mr. Pentland, is something troubling thee?
Thank you. I paid Granny Barkley 50 whole cents for this here charm, and it ain't done a lick of good. Susan don't know I'm alive.
Susan.
I was coming to think I was going to go through life as a bachelor, ma'am. But the moment I saw her, Susan, my heart sank down into my stomach and lodged in my throat at the same time.
Luck charms are not the way to win a woman's heart. Mr. Pentland, have you told her how you feel?
Oh, no, I can't. Well, you know me, Miss Henderson, I never had no trouble making conversation.
Indeed.
Yes, ma'am. But round her, I can't put two words together. Nothing I can think of to say seems worthy of her. I brung her some of Reb Garner's special beef jerky, but she acts like I never been born.
Have you tried food for the soul?
Canned peaches?
No, Mr. Pentland. Poetry. If thou cannot speak for thyself, why not let the poet speak for you? As Mr. George Meredith said, prose can paint evening and moonlight, but poets are needed to sing the dawn.
Superstition. A belief that some action not logically related to a course of events influences its outcome. When we're afraid of something that doesn't make sense, that is a superstition. Like walking under a ladder will bring bad luck. Great.
But teacher, if you walk under a ladder, it could fall down on you. That's purely logical. Yeah.
How many of you have ever seen a ghost?
My cousin over in Red Hollow said that she...
I asked, how many of you personally have ever seen a ghost? None of us has, but we're still afraid of them. Does that make sense?